This is Suma Rauji of Cakes and More, and you're watching the series Baking for Beginners. One of the most thrilling discoveries in the early days of my blogging was vanilla beans and vanilla extract. I was using synthetic essence earlier, the kind you find in most stores here, and but not since I discovered how easy it is to make your own vanilla extract and how wonderful it could be to use a vanilla bean in your baking and in your desserts. But of course, the first thing would be that we need to get a hold of some good vanilla beans. Now, the best of the best would be, of course, bourbon from Madagascar or Tahitian or Mexican vanilla beans. I hope to lay my hands on them someday, but for now I think I'll be content with using these beans which I got here. If you want to buy vanilla beans from any supplier around here, then I think you could first probably ask for a sample. See how you like it and then order more when you like it. I think this is essential because these beans don't come cheap. They're actually quite expensive. And when you get your vanilla beans when you get the sample, please make sure that the beans are not dry. They need to be moist, and they should feel oily also, and they should never be brittle, and they should have a rich aroma and never a smoky smell to them. It means that they are of inferior quality, so please do not buy beans if they smell smoky. And so they say that if the bean is fairly moist, then you should be able to actually bend it around your finger. Otherwise, sometimes you find beans packed really neatly and so well, but then they'll be as dry as a twig and really brittle. Store them wrapped tightly in cling film and keep them in a cool and dry place. Do not keep them in the refrigerator. If you want to make your own vanilla extract, it's really simple. All you need to do is take 2 or 3 beans and make it 3 or even 4. Just slightly flatten the bean so that the seeds are evenly distributed inside, and then make a slit. So now you see that the seeds are all exposed, and you can see this really moist bean, and these are the vanilla seeds. Okay, but we don't need to scrape these out for making the vanilla extract. You just slit the bean and then dunk 3 such beans in about 200 ml of vodka, and then just tightly cap it and keep it in a cool, dry place for a couple of months. Keep shaking it periodically, and then your vanilla extract will be ready to use. After 2 months, if you want, you could just transfer the pure vanilla extract from that bottle to some other pretty looking bottle if you want to make a gift out of it. But then, believe me, you will not really want to give it away, so you will want it all for yourself. Do not store the vanilla extract in the refrigerator. Just keep it in a cool, dry place, in a dark place, and it should last you for a couple of months. And you could also keep topping it up with more vodka as and when the extract gets over, but then again, it's not going to be really lasting you forever, but you could use it for some time. Homemade vanilla extract is pretty good, and I believe the commercially made pure vanilla extract is even more superior and far more better than this. And to use the vanilla beans directly, what you could do is you could just scrape out the seeds from the vanilla bean and add it directly to the cake batter, or you could even infuse the flavor of these beans by steeping them in hot milk or cream or any other kind of liquid. And once you're done steeping the beans, do not discard them, as they still have a lot more flavor in them. What you could do is you could dry them, you could rinse them and then dry them and then reuse them. And one more thing you could do is you could process these dried beans with some regular granulated sugar, and you would be making your own vanilla sugar. What I have done is I have just processed some dried vanilla beans, and I've also put a couple of used vanilla beans in here so that it just keeps on giving out the aroma. And I have some really aromatic sugar to use in my bakes and my desserts. And this is the vanilla extract. You're really going to be falling in love with this extract, I tell you. It's really good, and once you start using this, you will never ever go back to those synthetic essences again.